Here it is, the battle that nobody wanted or needed. Mountain House Blueberry Granola, Peak Refuel Strawberry Granola. 4 ounces of Mountain House, 4.59 ounces of Peak. The Mountain House calls for half a cup of water. The Peak requires 1 whole cup of water. Let's get it on. I've never had this ration before. Here's the nutritional information for those of you who are interested in that kind of thing. Even though it is in a bunch of military rations, I'm trying to get this tear notch going. Take a quick peek at it. Oh man, nice. Right on top. Here's what she looks like on the inside. Lots of blueberries. Here's our Peak. And here's that nutritional information. 530 calories in this pack. And looks like they get these from the same company. Oh wow, look at that. It's got really big chunks of granola in there. I don't see any strawberries are down at the bottom. Wow, those are big strawberries too. Hey, here's a look at the strawberry. I mean, it's like nice big sliced freeze-dried strawberries. Well, these have rehydrated as long as required according to the package. The Peak actually stayed pretty runny and milky. I don't know if that's by design. Maybe that's what they're looking for, but that's what it looks like out of the package. The Mountain House is a little more thick, which you might guess for having half the amount of water. I will have to say I'm pretty impressed with the Mountain House. Usually they skimp on the good stuff, but there are plenty of blueberries in here to be had. This has nice big strawberries. Now, in full disclosure, strawberry is possibly one of my least favorite fruits. But I'll try to be as fair with this as possible. I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of it being this runny. So if you decide to ever get this for yourself and you like yours not quite so runny, you could probably get by with a half a cup. Chow time. I had to stop and get a drink of water. This is actually quite fantastic. The strawberry flavor really pops in here. It tastes like fresh strawberry, like you just cut them up. The only thing that I probably, if I were to make this again, I would do 3/4 of a cup of water, and I would probably let it go for 4 minutes, just so that my strawberries don't get quite so soft. If they had a little bit more texture, they would be fantastic. So, or pick them out and throw them in later would be the other option. All right, time to give the Mountain House a go. It's gonna be a little bit less sloppy to eat, I can tell you that right away. Oh, this is really good. Well, I did finish off the Mountain House, and while I thought I was going to enjoy the blueberries more than the strawberries from the Peak, I actually enjoyed this product a little bit better. Especially, I would have loved it a lot more if I had put about 30% less water in there, so it wasn't quite so runny. I think it still would have rehydrated just fine, but this had a much more natural fruit flavor to it. This was good. It was just ended up being overly sweet, so by the time I got to the bottom of the bowl, it was a little bit of a chore to finish it off. This had a really nice fresh strawberry flavor, so it was quite fantastic. This also has, if you didn't read the nutritional information, 23 grams of protein if you eat the whole thing, and this was 16, so quite a bit less. But this weirdly has 400 milligrams of salt, and the Mountain House has 120, or actually 130 if you eat the whole thing. So this must be like the least salty thing in the whole Mountain House inventory. Just interesting there. Hey, it's your old pal Fernbark, and it's time for an update from the wood. So what's going on up here? Well, right now the weather is a balmy. It's about 70 degrees right now. I'm looking at the thermometer. It's 40 feet away. I can't possibly read it. But it's about 70 degrees, and it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, so it's going to be pretty warm, which you would think sounds fantastic, except it hasn't rained for a week, and it's not going to rain for the rest of the week, which is making me concerned because that just means the fire ban is going to start earlier. And I really don't want to have fire ban. Let's see what's going on. So I'm basically doing a bunch of yard work around here right now because I'm going to be heading out of town for a couple of weeks, so I won't be able to come back anytime soon. Things are starting to bloom. That's pretty cool. I was going to call this next section something for the ladies, but I checked out my demographics, and according to YouTube, 100% of my audience is male. So if you're interacting with someone who's self-identifying as a female on my channel, YouTube wants to assure you that It is a dude. This little guy is an apricot tree that I planted last year that the elk stripped. So pretty much all of these leaves are brand new growth for this year. I got a note to bring it, stop them up to protect it, and I keep forgetting. This is a wild rhododendron. It was here when I bought the lot, obviously. And usually these don't bloom until I'll put my head right into the bloom there. God damn it. I'm trying to wrangle this camera so I don't cast a shadow over the bloom. But usually these don't bloom till like June. So these are popping really early this year. It's something else. This thing got crushed when the guys came through to do this lot. Oh, I'm going to trip on something. Bees are going to town on the, all these little blossoms are huckleberry blossoms. So those will all be huckleberries come this fall. This is my azalea I planted 2 years ago. It's a miniature azalea. It's not going to ever get real big. But it's got just 2 blooms. There they are. Enjoy. This is my Japanese berry plant, which it looks like the slugs are having breakfast on. Anyhow, last time I showed this in the video, it was like this tall, so it's almost doubled in size in a couple of weeks. Pretty cool. Those are irises down there, and then as we get a little closer to the camera here, these are, oh, what are those called? Here's my little plastic thing. Well, one of them is going to look like this, and then the rest are purple, and then I have some of that are yellow without the red center to it. Well, today's the day I'm going to take care of this hanging over tree. I gotta say, I really like this chainsaw. This is so handy compared to a gas model. One, you don't have to store fuel or add oil to fuel. Just slap a battery and she's good to go. Pull the trigger, starts. Let go of the trigger, it stops. Way easier than a gas model. The only downside to this electric model is it doesn't spin quite as quickly as the gas ones do. So if I got like a really big tree, I'll pull out the gas, but for almost everything else I can use this. Want a giveaway from the Creative Outdoorsman. Go check his channel out. I'll leave a link in the thinger. And in it was a bunch of hot sauces, which I should have brought when Dave was up here because he likes hot sauce and I am a when it comes to hot sauce. I also got this saw and a compass, and I forgot if there's anything else. I apologize. I'll make a note if I did. Anyhow, let's see how good the saw works. It looks good. Yeah, it's a pretty nice looking saw. It actually has a the blade locks when it's closed. Then you just press this screw, and away we go. Feels like it's locked open too. Nice. If I can get back here without falling on my ass. Alright, let's see how long it takes to get through this Hummer. I'm gonna go full Burnwood bushcraft down here and do manual log cutting. Oh, we're flying right through this actually, not too bad. I didn't have little girly arms, it'd probably go real quick. Also, it would be nice if this huckleberry bush wasn't scratching my arm while I did this. Yeah, your old pal Fernbark's getting winded at this point. I have to use the little speed up button. Oh shit, here we go. Oh. Here we are. Jeez. Oh, it actually makes a nice smooth cut, except for the part where I didn't finish it very nicely. This sucker been dead for so long, it's bone dry. It's super light. The old solar stove was getting quick work of that. Well, if you're not being a complete retard, this thing actually goes through the small stuff pretty quickly. Alright, it's time to get my full geek on. I bought these panels. Oh geez, these are like the first ones I bought. Worst solar panel purchase I ever made. But anyhow, I got them opened up, and I'm actually getting decent sun out of them. They're actually making their full rate of power for the first time in their life, so I'm getting a 240 watts out of these guys. Each panel is 68 watts, so they're doing pretty good for pieces of junk. So to fully geek out, I decided I'd make ice. Harnessing the power of the sun. Ta-da!